The Big Adventure. Once upon a time in a small town nestled between the mountains and a wide river, lived two best friends, Emma and Leo. They had been friends since they were toddlers, always going on little adventures together. Emma was smart, curious, and full of energy, while Leo was calm, thoughtful, and loved to explore the unknown. One sunny summer morning, while sitting by their favorite spot near the river, Emma said, "Leo, let's do something big today. Something different from our usual walks." Leo thought for a moment and replied, "What if we explore the woods on the other side of the river? I heard there's a hidden cave deep in the forest that no one has found in years." Emma's eyes sparkled with excitement. "That sounds amazing. Let's pack some snacks and water and head out." They quickly grabbed their backpacks, filling them with sandwiches, fruit, and a couple of water bottles. Emma also brought her small flashlight, just in case they needed it. They set off on their journey, crossing the little bridge over the river and heading towards the dense woods. As they walked deeper into the forest, the trees grew taller, and the sounds of the town faded away. The forest was full of life, birds chirping, squirrels scurrying, and the occasional rustle of leaves as a rabbit darted through the bushes. After walking for about an hour, they reached a clearing. In the middle of it stood an old, giant oak tree, its trunk wide and full of twisted branches. It looked ancient, as if it had been there for hundreds of years. "This tree is incredible," Leo exclaimed. "I wonder how old it is." Emma nodded, but her attention was drawn to something else, a narrow path leading deeper into the forest. "Look over there. I bet that path leads to the cave." Without hesitation, they followed the path, their excitement growing with each step. The forest became darker, and the air cooler, but they weren't afraid. They were determined to find the cave. After what felt like forever, they finally reached a rocky hill. At the base of the hill was a small, almost hidden entrance, just big enough for them to crawl through. "This must be it," Emma said, her heart racing. "The hidden cave." Leo took out his flashlight and shone it inside the cave. "It's a bit dark in there, but we can do this." They carefully crawled through the entrance and found themselves in a large, cool chamber. The walls were covered in moss, and there were strange markings carved into the stone. "What do you think these symbols mean?" Emma asked, running her fingers over the carvings. "I'm not sure," Leo replied, "but they look ancient. Maybe this cave was important to someone a long time ago." As they explored the cave, they noticed something shiny in the corner. Leo pointed his flashlight towards it, revealing an old wooden chest covered in dust and cobwebs. "Wow! Do you think it's a treasure chest?" Emma asked, her voice full of excitement. "There's only one way to find out," Leo said, carefully opening the chest. Inside, they found a collection of old coins, a small leather-bound journal, and a few pieces of jewelry. The coins were tarnished, but the jewelry still sparkled in the dim light. "This is incredible," Emma exclaimed. "We found real treasure." But Leo was more interested in the journal. "I wonder what stories are written in here," he said, opening the book carefully. The journal was filled with handwritten notes and drawings. It told the story of a traveler who had discovered the cave many years ago. The traveler had hidden his most valuable possessions in the cave, hoping that one day, someone worthy would find them. "I guess that someone is us," Leo said with a smile. They spent the rest of the afternoon reading the journal and admiring the treasure they had found. As the sun began to set, they knew it was time to head back home. Before they left, Emma turned to Leo and said, "This was the best adventure we've ever had. We discovered a secret cave, found treasure, and learned about a mysterious traveler." Leo nodded. It was definitely one for the history books. But now, we need to head back before it gets too dark. They carefully packed up the journal and a few coins to take with them, leaving the rest of the treasure in the cave for future explorers to find. As they crawled back out of the cave and made their way home, they couldn't stop talking about their adventure. When they finally reached the town, they were tired but happy. They had gone on a big adventure, just like they wanted, and discovered something truly amazing. The next day, they told their friends and families about the hidden cave and the treasure they had found. No one could believe it, and some even doubted their story. But Emma and Leo didn't mind. They knew the truth, and that was all that mattered. From that day on, they became the town's explorers, always on the lookout for the next big adventure. But no matter how many new places they explored, the hidden cave and its treasure would always hold a special place in their hearts. And so, their friendship grew stronger with every adventure, and they continued to explore the world around them, never losing their sense of wonder and excitement. Once upon a time, in a small village, lived two best friends, Mia and Jack. They loved playing together every day after school, exploring the woods and fields around their homes. One sunny afternoon, Mia's grandmother told them an interesting story. It was about a lost key that could open a mysterious box hidden somewhere in the village. The box, she said, was rumored to hold something valuable, but no one had ever found it. "Why don't you try to find it?" Mia's grandmother said with a wink. The kids were immediately excited. "That sounds like fun," Mia said. Jack nodded, full of curiosity. "Let's do it." The next day, they packed their bags with snacks, a notebook, and a flashlight, and set out on their adventure. They started by searching near the old village well, where Mia's grandmother had said people had looked for the key before. Hours passed, but they couldn't find anything. Tired, they sat down under a tree to rest. "Maybe the key is hidden in a place where no one has thought to look," Jack said thoughtfully. Mia's eyes lit up. "What about the abandoned barn at the edge of the village? No one goes there." Excited, they quickly ran to the old barn. It was dusty and quiet, with cobwebs in every corner. They carefully searched around the room. Suddenly, Mia saw something shining between two old wooden boards. "Jack, come here," she shouted. Jack rushed over and helped her pull out a small, rusty key. "We did it. We found the key," Mia exclaimed. Now, they just needed to find the box. They remembered the story about the village's ancient oak tree where people believed the box might be buried. The next day, they dug near the base of the tree, and to their surprise, they uncovered a small, locked box. With the key in hand, they opened the box and found not gold or treasure, but an old letter. The letter, written by someone from long ago, talked about the importance of friendship, trust, and teamwork. Mia and Jack realized that the real treasure wasn't riches but the bond they shared and the adventure they had together. They took the letter home, grateful for the experience and knowing their friendship was the most valuable treasure of all. This story is perfect for a basic spoken English YouTube video as it uses simple vocabulary, easy-to-understand sentences, and a fun, adventurous plot to engage beginners in listening.